We all have visions and we all have a calling on our life, something we were all born for. And I think we need to tap into that to live an amazing life. I believe that people suffer from mental health issues because they are not aligned with their purpose. The thing we were called to do give us that natural peace, and that's what I want for the world. Vision means to me that thing that you see for yourself. And even if you don't see it, it's like a feeling. You know, a lot of people think it's gonna be like this vision is something like you see like on That's So Raven. That is real, but everybody is not gifted in that area. Sometimes it's a dream. Sometimes it's just this inkling like, man, I feel like I should be doing this. I feel like I shouldn't be at this job. And then you go to the place you feel like you should have been, and then things fall in line. That's that vision, not your talents, you know, because I have multiple talents, but those are not the things that get me up in the morning. It's the thing that drives you, the thing you'll do without money, you know, the thing you might be doing and you're not getting paid for it. Those are the desires of your heart. I think we should tap into what we really want to do, period.
Beth Keeley.
A rock star.
Action Jackson.
Driven.
Keena Stay Fly Atkinson.
Purposeful.
Brandy Grayson.
Powerful.
One of many.
Determined.
Arcelli.
Spontaneous.
Sultry Shaban.
Beautiful.
So why should people attend Sultry's Vision and Brunch?
I think we should put ourselves around people who are already doing great things. So this is one of those opportunities. That's why people should come. Trust your gut. Trust what you see for yourself. Like you don't have to pretend to be anything you're not. Just bring yourself to every room you come into, and I think everything else will align. When I think of Brandy Grayson, I literally think of the modern version and the woman version of Malcolm X. Literally, when I first saw her and the Black Lives Matter and all of that was happening, her strength and her ability to like endure and not give up, it was like she was like fighting and she didn't care who didn't like it. I respect stuff like that. I felt like she had this knowing behind her that she didn't give a damn, and if you didn't believe in what she believed in, that was on you, but she still was going to do the work. It's like it's this movement behind what she do that's, you know, bigger than Madison in my eyes, and that's what I connect with her with, and that's what I thought about her when I first met her.
What are the words that you will use to describe Antoine Action Jackson?
When I think of him, I think of how far he's come, and he's the perfect example of what could be. So those ones that have been counted out, the ones that feel like, man, I've done too much in my life where people are not going to believe in me. Like I can barely even believe in myself. That's his story. And I feel like for me, that is so motivating to see somebody keep striving and to, in spite of like their history and, you know, some of the things that they have done in the past that might have not been, you know, the right thing, but still making a way. And for them to believe in themselves enough for other people to fall in line. Because I believe that's where it started. Like if you believe in yourself, it don't matter what has happened in the past, you turn over a new leaf and you want to live this other life. The problem with life to me is people will see you doing certain things and they will just consider you that person. And if we allow people to put that on us, that's who we'll be. And he did exactly the opposite. He said, no, I'm a changed man. I'm doing this now. And this is how you're going to address me. And this is who I'm going to walk in the world as. So that alone is like everything to me, because I know everybody can connect to that. Like being counted out or somebody not believing in you. And it's like, no, I'm this new person and I'm going to show you better than I can tell you.
Okay, so what are the words that you would use to describe Keena Stay Fly Atkinson?
Keena is just an awesome soul. I think she's a very driven woman. Like she's powerful in her own right. I sat down with her and like the first time we met, we like had this whole connection, and she was just like telling me her testimony on how she moved from working, you know, to like owning her own businesses, and how she didn't see herself there and she wanted to transition to do her own thing. That's what resonated with me. The fact that she stood on that, the fact that things did go left for her at the beginning of her leaving her corporate job. And that's the biggest test. You know what I mean? You sticking through it even when things go left. Like, she stuck with it and she believed in what she had to do for herself. And the more she stuck with it, the more she saw results. And yeah, I'm just inspired by that. Her drive, like, she just knew what she wanted and she like made a change. She made a switch and it wasn't easy. And I just love that.
So what are the words that you would use to describe the spontaneous Araceli?
Araceli is somebody that shows up in the room exactly who she is. And I think that's what we all should do. I think we should be ourselves and align ourselves with the things that we know is gonna take us to wherever we need to be and give our gifts. And I feel like Araceli does that. She, you know, she I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Don't keep this. I don't know what to say about it. No, I believe that Araceli is one of those people that, you know, she appreciates other people's talents and gifts, and she believes in collaboration. And I know a lot of people do not believe in collaboration. Araceli will give you an opportunity or, you know, say yes to some stuff that you want to do, which is why we're here on the panel. Araceli believes in other people's dreams, and I believe that alone is a gift. A lot of people will pretend like they don't see who you are, but I believe she has that, and I think that's what makes her great. And collaborating makes her different. She's not afraid to collaborate with you. She's not afraid to let you speak. You know, it's not always about Araceli, and I really rock with that.
What are the words you would use to describe one of many?
Words that I would use to describe one of many, I would say determined, steadfast. I feel like do I say you or one of many? I feel like one of many is one of those individuals that even if you don't believe in him, he's going to keep going. Even if you don't collaborate with him, he's going to keep going. A lot of people feel like they need other people or like somebody to believe in them in order to make their dreams come true. But I feel like one of many is exactly the opposite. He's going to do the work so you can be like, hey, man, I should start doing that. It's almost like he'll inspire you to get involved because he's not gonna stop. So I think that alone is like really big, like just being your own inspiration. And I feel like he's his biggest fan. And sorry, hey, he don't care if you don't like him or love him. The brother gonna keep moving, all right?
All right, so what are the words that we can use to describe Beth Killy?
Beth is just a rock star all around the board. Beth, I met her through Kilo, aka Skittles. I went to perform with her at the Girls Rock Camp, and like, you know, all the kids was so welcoming, and Beth came right over and she was like, I heard about you. You should come and talk to the kids. I heard you do like vision boards and like this, that, and the third. She immediately gave me an opportunity, and I really rock with that. You know, I think we need to do that more. When you are in position to give people opportunities to bring their talents or to pay them for a service, I think we need to start doing that more. And Beth Killy was one of the first people to give me that opportunity and to see what I was trying to do. And I could tell she believed in me. And I think that means a lot, especially when it comes to collaborating. You never want to work with people who just think they're the gift or think they have the talent and you're just there. No, Beth Killy believed in what I was doing. She asked me to be a part of the Girls Rock Camp, and the rest was history.
But why would you say that you are a motivator? Like, what about yourself reminds you that you motivate people?
I'm a motivator because I have the ability to see other people's talents, gifts, what they should be doing. And that's one thing I'm really good at. Whether I'm in the workplace, I'm training people, I'm coordinating events. It's like I see the vision. I'm one of them people who that's why it's called Visions and Brunch. I see certain things, and for me, I like to motivate other people to see those things within themselves. Whether I can help you to get there, I don't care if I'm in the workplace. If I can help you or train you or do certain things, that's what I'm gonna do. But I definitely, I'm always motivating people. I'm that type of person. You call me and you're down and out. I'm gonna remind you of who you are and who you were called to be, and to stay on top of it. But yes, I enjoy coordinating. I love getting a group of people together and under one roof and throwing events. I love training different people. I love just speaking to groups of people and getting us involved. I think that is like one of the big things that drive me. I love like people having fun together, us doing activities, getting to know each other. I just love coordinating all of that. I would explain Sultry as a lover of knowledge, a lover for teaching. I know a lot of people like to keep all the gems to themselves, but I really take pride in everybody knowing what they need to know in the room. When I know something, everybody else around me will know, because I feel like we're stronger as a team. I just like to bring people together under one roof to have a great time. I'm an advocate for mental health. I think our mental health is connected to everything we touch, everything we do. So I think it's very important to know self and to be aware of how you're approaching every situation. I'm for the people. I think my favorite part about myself is me being a motivator. And I take pride in that because people really appreciate that. You seeing them and you acknowledging their greatness. For me, giving has always been more inspirational. I've always been one that's gonna pray for you, or like, you know, if you're in a slump, I'm not necessarily gonna cry with you, but I'm gonna create a plan with you. Like, girl, you're all right. Like, we're just do, you know, I'm always the one that's gonna inspire you to do something positive. As a young kid, I was used to creating things in my mind to stay at peace. So I know that's where my visions was cultivated at a very young age. I remember I had to create the world that I wanted in my head, but it was a survival thing. But I didn't know it was a survival thing until I started studying psychology. All of this is aligned. Like, our bodies would do certain stuff just so that we can survive. So a lot of times you don't know the terms for the stuff that you're doing or what you're gifted in, but those are skill sets. And as I got older, I realized I have the ability to see certain things. So even if you couldn't see it in yourself, like, I literally be knowing. I'll meet people and like know what they're supposed to be doing. And people probably think that about me, but I think it's easier to see other people's gifts. But man, I just be seeing. Yes, yes, yes. When I was working as a registered behavior technician for autistic kids for over 8 years straight, I literally stumbled across that shit fresh out of college. Just got a degree for criminal justice, was looking for jobs, and that behavior job came up. Didn't know what it was. In-home therapist. Instantly, because I know as a kid, I struggled with learning, and teachers would be like, I'm just going to do it for you. Then when I realized like I was great at it, it's about engaging. That's why I'm good at knowing people when they be off and they're like, how did you know that? They don't talk. We were teaching them to talk. Most of them was nonverbal. So I had to figure out, okay, what is he telling me? I'm great at that. That's why I love telling people like, how do you do that? People, it's not a good thing that they have great behaviors when I'm not there. A great thing would be is if they were around the room doing it with everybody. Everybody. It's not a great thing that they only work well with me. You know what that means? That means that he hasn't differentiated between the two. Like he has to do great with me and you. Yeah, that's success. That's success.
It's actually a good example of a great teacher.
Yes.
You know what I mean? To be able to leave and the results still display.
Yes, that's when you know you've done it.
It's like
so that's it. That's how you know they've had success. They've passed that part. Because now they're not only doing good with me, you're doing good at home, you're doing good with your teachers. Like that was a goal. It's a stepping stone. And that's how we should look at life though. Because it'd be like, damn, I only do good. I had to realize that. I had to move myself out of certain rooms. Like, no, when you start to really get these lessons, I don't have to leave anymore. I'm good now. Oh, it's like you pick up on this stuff. It's like different levels to it. You'll know you start to grow. It's growth. At first, it's like, oh, this is uncomfortable. Then after a while, it's like, oh, I could stay here even longer. Now I could stay here for a day. It builds up. That's when you know you're growing. That's when you know you're not stagnated. It becomes the norm. Like I literally have helped to change so many families here in Dane County. Like all of them families remember me and I remember them. It was so hard to leave. Every kid, like I love that. And it's a thing for me because people would count you out and the whole time God is saying like, no, you can do this. You can do this. What we need to do is just be patient. Whole time you trying to communicate with me, but I'm trying to tell you, you need to communicate with me the way I need you to communicate with me. That's not how life works. Everybody communicates differently and you have to be able to pick up on that. That's why I pick up on nonverbals. It's a nonverbal. You don't have to say anything. I know what took place. And then the good thing is the longer you hang out with somebody, you'll know their nonverbals. Like you know everything. You don't have to say anything. It's like, oh, I know when they do this, this means this. Even if it's for behavior or attention seeking, like I'll know you do that to get attention. It's an attention seeker. You know, so it's like I learned so much at a young age and I just was like, I ran with that. Like I utilized that in every way in my life. That honestly was the best. That job was the highlight of like my career as far as like that set me up for so much stuff. It just was a great starter. I did it for so many years. Then I transitioned to working with people with mental health issues, adults. Same thing. People don't realize you're bigger, but you're doing the exact thing this kid was doing. You know why? Because you never had training. Now you're an adult acting the exact same way. So it's the same behavior. And now you have to teach this big adult what not to do, which is harder because they spent 50 years doing this. So it's very challenging. You know what I'm saying? But what you see is the same thing. It's that same thing you got to teach. You got to reteach it, retrain it. So I love doing that. That's like the highlight of what I've done was helping families with mental health issues, learning disabilities, teaching people, retraining. Like that's my thing. Like that is what I wake up for.